They're winning the clearances, they're winning contested ball, they're tackling better, they just run out of legs.
Final term underway. Hill caught, just got a kick away in time. Edwards steals, slips a handball wide to Jackson. Fresh ball, not a slippery ball for this last term. Rewalt lurking forward, and Everton with good strong hands with the fresh ball.
It's interesting, Edwards got that first clearance. He was a half forward that pushed to the back of the square, came off the back, and that left Freo with an extra in defence. And no surprise, they were able to gobble up the kick that went forward.
McPhee told to go. Neal slips around Marrick. Back to McPhee. Makes it tough for him. He falls. Knocks it clear just in time. Subin, Neal, Mzungu, Crowley. But they're attacking this contest, Fremantle. Main got a toe on it. Lays a tackle on target. It's been that kind of game. Spin out of trouble. He's had a huge day at the office. Trent Cotchin gets that up. Long kick inside 50. Martin can't mark it. Ball in.
I reckon you could count the players on one hand that could have got through traffic the way he did and got that hand pass out.
I think Shane Tuck was extremely lucky that it was Cotchin that he handed it back to.
Yep.
Marich and Jonathan Griffin. Nahas got a kick away, but you heard the umpire scream, play on. Johnson. Griffin tries to knock on. Lucky.
Didn't look.
Barlow, poor kick. Newman. Fremantle by 4.
So they both persist with a loose behind the footy. One of these teams has got to work out the way to win the game.
Use it better than the other one, I think.
So that's the sub. Brett O'Hanlon is now on. Got his first touch in AFL footy, the first gamer. So Richmond have used their sub. We'll check with David King very shortly. Marriage takes that to the line. So Griffiths is out.
Griffiths is out. Dwayne spot on. It's a sub to three-quarter time there. The young man on. Interesting to see how he goes. A lively half-forward type. Pure by foot, they say. So interested to see how he goes.
Yeah, he's a dandy-long midfielder who gets plenty of it. So will he get plenty of it in this last quarter? Hurley bangs it forward. Subin, arm slap there. That's a free in a marking contest. And the Richmond fans have been restless from the moment they got here in the rain.
Pavlich on a long lead.
Mundy hits him. Rance was right with him. Sidestep. Around a couple. Long bang forward by Batchelor. Rewalt under it. Again beaten. Nahas about to pounce. Flicks it back to Jackson. Thought about going long to the square. Got it off to Martin. Tried to don't argue. Didn't work. Mundy. Kick to Main in the midfield. Needs to go hard here. Morris went just as hard. Good attack. Knocked it to Tuck. Little fumble. Marrick sidestep. Squeezes a kick out. Back in the Morris direction. O'Hanlon, Morris both there to the first gamer. Gets the handball inside 50. Marrick, he sped that before he earned it. Jumps on it now. And the umpire gives him the benefit of the doubt. Ball up.
Some critical fumbles under pressure. Either way could have resulted in the goal. But Morris's attack on the footy there to burst past his opponent Ballantyne and then make sure his body took the ball forward was brilliant.
Edwards, Richmond threatening to take the lead back. O'Hanlon having an influence to sub the first gamer. Rewalt stands under it. And not clear.
We talked about the right-hand side of the field being the scoring end, but it's been 5 inside 50s for Richmond to none at this stage in the last quarter.
O'Hanlon had the most possessions and the most inside 50s in the competition for the under-18s last year, so he can play. And already he's had a few possessions that have counted big time for the Tigers in this last quarter. Both teams have used their subs. Sandlin's subbed out of the game early. Flicked down by Rewalt, but straight to Subin. Kick smothered. Greg hacks it clear. Behind, the edge closer.
That's what it might come down to today as well. It might be that half chance. Who can convert it? Might only be decided by a kick at the end of the day.
Jackson bounces it to Martin. Again, he tries to don't argue. Just got a kick. Jonathan Griffin. Ugly kick, but it works. De Boer to Hill. He's only got a one-on-one to go to. Looked at it, didn't like it. Matthew Pavlich long for the Barlow kick. Thump down. Cotchin again. Batchelor. D. He'll have to go hard. Just as hard though. Neal. Sidesteps. Looks up. Main. No one in the square. Pavlich could go for it. It could roll. He keeps it low. It skids. It rolls. It tumbles. That is a beauty. He's got 5.
Well, what a fantastic kick by Pav. He didn't try and overkick it. He just knew he had to get it straight. Have a look here. Batchelor goes for a loopy handball in the wet. net, and he turned it over, and he's cost him a goal there, Batchelor. And have a look at Pavia, steadies up like a good footballer and just drills it home. He's kicked 5, and Freo are going to be hard to beat from here now. 9 points up with 16 minutes to go.
It's the most he's ever kicked against the Tigers. A 5-goal afternoon for the Freo superstar, their Purple Heart, and they lead by 9, and it's their biggest lead of the game.
Dawson in the ruck.
And he did okay. Flicked it up to Mundy. They're inspired right now, Freo. Pavlich again!
He looks like being the difference.
Well, great grab. Richmond haven't been able to take a grab in their forward line all day. In fact, I don't know how many they've taken, but it wouldn't be too many, certainly after quarter time. One thing that does stand out is the clearances at the moment. 39-31 Freo. And there's 17 players, I think, that have won a clearance in their side. Rocket Jace, I don't think we've seen that ever before.
And again, no player willing to leave his man and come over the top as third man up. Everyone worried about their own man, which left a one-on-one contest.
And he's the greatest player this club has ever had. A games record holder, goals record holder. And he delivers on cue. They lead by 15.
I think you picked it before, Jason, that Richmond have been starting that 6th forward to make a 7th defender at the back end of the square. They didn't do it that time. Fremantle have had their 2 half forwards bulk of the game starting on the wing side of the centre square. They've been manned up, so Richmond have gone man on man, which made that mentality. Just said there was no one there to support Rance at all as third man up.
A tough afternoon for that man, Alex Rance. Matty Pavlich in stunning form with 6 goals.
From the ball up, ton of time left for the Tigers. Tark flicks it up. Jackson wobbles it forward. Vickery. Ellis bumped on the kick. Fremantle with the momentum right now. Pearce bangs it wide. Hill having an influence. Couldn't take that mark. Jackson the crumb. D squeezed it to Nahas. Runner got in the way there.
Runner was that?
Well, that should be a free. Whoever's runner that was did get in traffic.
It's Fremantle.
The umpires.
Okay. Fremantle somehow got one to Zach Dawson.
That's Richmond's runner.
Okay.
That's all right.
No one can mark it. Ball in. Here he is. He's trying to get out of the way, but he definitely got in McPhee's way. 72-57, and you can hear a pin drop here at the MCG. It's as if there's not a Richmond fan in the house. De Boer, McPhee floats one forward. Richmond with the numbers, good mark, and who else could it be? Trent Cotchin. They'd be 8 goals down if not for him. Martin. An enormous amount of time left in this. Cotchin heads to Marriage. Straight through Vickery's hands. Jackson, clean hands to full forward long. Thump clear. Johnson, loose one over the top. Everton bangs it clear, hoping for Dawson, who goes up, can't mark. Lays a tackle, Conker didn't have it. Play on advantage. Can Ellis find a chest inside 50? He puts it up high, hoping for a leaper. Rewalt doesn't go up, he stayed down. Neal got there first. Crowley to the outer side, and it's a run on. Newman's out there, Ballantyne's out there. Good one-on-one battle. Ballantyne overcommitted, Newman fumbled. Ballantyne kept his feet. Newman knocks it out. It doesn't get much better than that. 2 stars, head-to-head, free kick. Morris's ball.
Well, the worry for Richmond is when they go forward, going inside 50, it looks like they're almost out of ideas. There's not much leading going on. They're just kicking it high, bombing it to numbers, and nothing's happening. Merritt
spilled it and then had his kick smothered. It's been that kind of day for the Richmond Colt hero. Jonathan Griffin, his old teammates, had his measure. Sorry, Kingy.
I was going to say, I think they need a big quarter here from Ty Vickery. He's got Michael Johnson on him at the moment, but he's leaving him at every opportunity to give assistance to his other defenders. Ty needs to be a viable option inside the forward 50.
Hanlon gets another inside 50. Ball in. Fremantle have lost their last 10 games here at the MCG. They've lost 7 of their last 8 here against Richmond. This was against the odds. And this could be the kickstart their season needs. McFarlane, the winner of this game at the halfway point of their season, will be 6 wins, 5 losses, and knocking on the door of the 8th. O'Hanlon again. Chips it. Couldn't find a chest. Johnson, Mzungu. Rolls it towards Main and it works through some legs. Main to Mundy. O'Hanlon takes him over.
It's just looking impotent going forward at the moment, the Tigers. There's the recipe for success. And you can see Freo in front in 2 of them. That's why they're in front on the scoreboard. And very close, the disposal efficiency.
Little knockdown. Crazy scramble again. Barlow threads his way through. Somehow finds the boundary. Richmond came into this game with all the momentum. They've been on fire in recent times, the Tigers, tracking down a spot in the 8. Their membership hit 50,000 this week. All the talk in Melbourne has been about the Tigers. And this one could be a loss. They almost had penciled in. McPhee to Ibbotson, outside of the boot. Jackson, tucked up against the boundary. And he can't centre it.
Rocket, win it, and I think we're very close to the stage now where you've got to say, well, Richmond have to take some risks to win it. What's the mindset? What are the risks that you can actually take on a day like this?
Well, I think what they're trying to do across half-back when they're up, they're trying to look for a short kick. They're slowing. I reckon they've just got to take risks to play on. Kick longer. But they've got to work harder to get to that forward ball. When there's any contest, they're not getting numbers there. The Fremantle are outnumbering them at every time. The Delidio seems as if he's playing deep now. He's got to be thrown in the midfield to try and get some drive through the midfield.
Cochin trying his heart out to O'Hanlon. Batchelor, Vickery, ran into Ballantyne, gave it up to Martin, finds some space, kicks it to full forward. Off hands, coming hard. Delidio dragged down, splendid tackle. Ellis, rebound, and he misses by a mile.
Went for the grubber kick as well.
12 inside 50s to 2 in this last quarter. At the moment, they haven't got a goal out of it.
Freo have gone inside 50 twice for 2 goals.
They've been efficient all day in their forward 50, Freo.
Marriage. Jonathan Griffin was right there with him. Morris. Stolen by Dawson. He was dragged down after he got rid of that, Zach. Pearce, Crowley, Ibbotson to one-on-ones on the wing. Ballantyne had hold of Conker, free kick. "11 minutes and counting. We're exactly halfway through this final term."
So that's what I'm talking about. They've gone wide, short,
Go long
on the boundary. There's no chance of getting a goal. They had to take a punt either down the corridor or on the angle a bit to give some space for the forwards.
Brandon Ellis, even he heads wide. Past Marriage. Crowley, will he take it out or keep it in? Let it roll. Richmond fans starting a chant. Time slipping away. Jonathan Griffin palms it down. Trent Cotchin through traffic. No way! That's a behind.
Hit the
Just
post.
clipped the post. The inside of the post.
How he even got a kick in that traffic was extraordinary.
He's a star, isn't he?
We've been critical of his efficiency, but in this 3rd quarter he's had 7 disposals, and that was the first kick that didn't hit the target. Hit the post.
Tiger supporters wanting a review, but the goal umpire knew for certain that it hit the post.
I hope for the goal umpire's sake it did. To the wing. Good one-on-one battle. Main went to ground and then he tripped Batchelor. No free. Toes it off the deck. Conker about to attack it hard. Trying to slip up a handball. Grigg under siege now. Main comes at him. He searched for the line.
That's deliberate.
No Freo fans to call for it, but umpire Schmidt was right on the spot.
And again, they got themselves in trouble just feeding it out the back.
That's the kick.
Crozier, good kick. Mzungu attacks it. Crichton lays a tackle. Keeps it in the area. They've got all the answers right now, the Dockers.
And they've been using the ball better going in 50. So that kick was to the hot spot, 30 metres out in front of the goal. They didn't take the grab, they didn't get the crumb, but they got a ball up. right 30 metres out. So there's the replay of the Cochin kick hitting the post.
Tark hacks it clear, but it'll be coming back. Zach Dawson. Puts it up long for Pavlich. He's up. Got hands to it. Batchelor the crumb. Slip clear. Crozier tried to get a handball up. It's been good, the kid from the Eastern Rangers. Ross Lyon gave him his chance. This is game number 2 for Hayden Crozier. Grew up in Victoria dreaming of playing at the MCG. This is the first time he's been here, and he's really contributing. They're getting something from everyone right now. Rance to the wing. Rolling ball. Shepherd by Subin. Johnson to Ibbotson. Threads a handball through to Dawson. Knocks it to Johnson. Naha steals it back again. Marek back with the run. Outside of the foot to Ledio. Rewalt. McFarlane. McFarlane got there. Rewalt punts him. McFarlane shrugs him. Out of play. Rewalt got his way.
Lost his agility, Jack, hasn't he, with that ankle?
I imagine it's heavily strapped.
44,000 on the edge of their seats here at the G. Time's ticking away for the Tigers. Crowley to the wing. Main, good contest. Again, little tap on, clever by Crozier. Fumble.
He's had all day to get it.
Time and space to Pearce. Big kick this. Pavlich inside 50, can't mark it. Main slips it up. Ballantyne, of all people, stops, props, kick half smothered. Batchelor knocks it clear. Deledio to Martin. Morris sold a dummy, gives to Conker on the run, bangs it long. Nahas will have to go for the mark. Johnson, big fist, hits the deck. Mundy went to ground. Rewalt, little toe poke works to Nahas in the back. Crowd yell, he gets it. And that could be 50.
Should be, yeah.
They're saying he didn't hear it. But that was created by a very clever little flick on with the foot from Jack Rewalt. It's been a quiet day for him. Obviously, the players having a lot of trouble hearing the whistle. But this is right on his distance range as well. He struggles when they're longer kicks, Robin Nahas. He had one, I think it was on the stroke of three-quarter time. It could have put them in front.
Huge kick.
Massive kick. That's what he has ahead of him. Across the face, but it's markable.
There's nobody there even flying for it. It was Rewalt and Edwards, 2 out against 5 or 6 Fremantle players. No one even got the chance to run and jump at the footy.
Is that not knowing your teammates' kicking ability there? Because the when Marich was going back for a kick in.
Marich with the flick. Barlow caught. He dropped it as he was caught. "13 points. We're about to tick into time on final term. 18 and a half gone. From the congestion comes clear.
There's a go.
Morris, he ducked his head into that. Richmond fans still thought it was high, and it was. Greg, wrapped up by Barlow. Umpire letting it go an enormous amount of time. Ball up. You can hear the boos. They weren't expecting this.
I don't think many were, Dwayne. Not many people tipped the Doggers today. If they can hang on, this is a massive win for them.
Tigers came in having won 4 of their past 5. Fremantle came in having lost their past 3. Trent Cochin tried his heart out. Can't manufacture something there. De Boer, who's been sensational. Nahas right with him. Another mad scramble. More seconds eaten up by the Dockers. They run it towards the line. Jackson's over it. Umpire lets it roll.
They just need a goal, Richmond. I know that's a obvious statement, but if they get a goal, it'll be Freo that'll be under pressure and the game will open right up.
Grigg to the hot spot. Good spot. Off hands. Johnson was down there. Zach Dawson took on O'Hanlon and then took it out.
Fremantle's defence has held over extremely well with all this pressure on inside 50s this quarter.
15 inside 50s to 5, Richmond's way.
And that could be high. Yeah, I don't like that. And those pictures tell 1,000 words. In fact, those pictures are shouting 1,000 words. Or maybe just the one. Mazungu. Down to 6 minutes. Marriage flies in the pack. Hurley out. Morris bangs it back, but it's way wide. It's too wide. It's into the crowd.
We've got a man up here. There's no point trying to get numbers behind the footy. It's got to be one-on-one. Make them kick it to a contest, then try and create the turnover.
Pearce heads wide. Marriage hands on it again, but can't mark it. Hurley crumbs it. Gets a kick. De Boer, just the required 15. And again, the Richmond fans not happy with the decision. They've ruined their Saturday afternoon. The Fremantle Dockers for these Tiger fans who've come along in force again.
Not yet, Dwayne.
Marrick. 21 minutes gone, final term to Grigg. Hands it back to Marrick. Outruns the tackle attempt. Has a bounce. Not a lot to go too long. Brandon Ellis. Little tap on. McPhee right with him. Youth and experience. The 18-year-old tried to go off the deck. Jackson flicks it back. Marrick can't get past Hill. Hands it back. Edwards shrugs a tackle. Can he find a chest? You bet he can. Tuck. 45 out.
Well, how clever was that? He's been very good today, Edwards. That was just classy footwork. And then lowered the eyes, had the target 30 metres out and found him.
3 goals for the year for Tuck. Can pull the margin back to 7 points. Strikes it well. Fans rise. They're back in it.
Well, that's 17 inside 50s in the 4th term before they were able to kick a goal. And amidst all the madness and the mad just jumble of the ball going forward, it took someone like Shane Edwards to just mop it up, take a player on, and then instead of just blazing away, look for the best option inside the attacking 50.
He's had 27 disposals again now and kicked a goal. 9 clearances.
Never looked like missing, did it?
Still 2 scores, though.
From the ball up, 4 minutes 25 left, and they need 2 goals. Fremantle's had all the answers so far in this contest. Have they got another? Hill tried to scramble one forward. Umpire screaming, play on. Pearce over it. He jumped on it. Better get it out in a hurry. Jackson's now on it.
Griffin caught one high there. Got a bump to the head. Just getting up to take the ruck.
Everton. Johnson makes it somebody else's problem. Hill pursues it. Got a kind bounce. Floats one in the Pavlich direction. Pavlich boundary line. He'll take either. And we're down to 3 and 50.
Worked his way into the game well. Hill has had 23 disposals, 8 clearances himself, 9 tackles. Did his ankle badly in the first quarter. Looked like he was in serious trouble, but he's done a real good job.
Jonathan Griffin, the flick down. Tuck. Grigg. Matthew Pavlich, who, if you joined us late, has 6 of Fremantle's 11 goals. Everton. Pearce. Tuck. Tackled by Mazungu. Cochin keeps it alive. Time is of the essence. Grigg to the wing. Johnson back with the run. Off hands. Nahas. They can go forward. Kick smothered. Ricochets. Vickery shrugs a tackle. Looked a little high. Ball!
Just had to kick it. Just it was clear.
He had no
space
control
in the
of the
forward
ball.
line.
Broughton pumps it forward. Jonathan Griffin back with the flight, and that is a massive grab. We're inside 3 minutes. It's a 7-point game. And he doesn't waste time. Goes long. Main's down there. Thump to the deck. Conker wrapped up. Dragged down by Neal. Ball up, but a good spot for a ball up for Fremantle. Richmond cannot run this through.
Well, if you're a midfielder here, you know the Richmond ruckman's either going to try and hit it towards the boundary line. So good place to run if you're 3-0 forward is exactly where they hit it.
Yeah, you can't just dump those through anymore. Deledio, but straight up in the air, and it might be on the full. Mazungu tracks it. It bounces just inside the field of play, but more seconds tick by.
Very quiet game. Deledio 15 disposals, 45% efficient with his kick. So Crowley done a great job.
He's averaging 33 per game this year, Deledio. So he's done an amazing job, Ryan Crowley.
Don't think he's been tagged too many times though.
Still a lot of Richmond players stuck behind the ball, not pushing forward. When you've only got a minute or two left, you've got to kick goals. It's no good just sitting behind the ball.
Marriage smacks it. Made some metres close to the line.
There's no point losing by 7, Jace, is there? You've got to try and win the game, so they've got to try and chance their arm, maybe even run forward and outnumber them in the forward half.
Back into play. Tuck does some ruck work. Down to Morris. Kicked into the congestion. Hayden Ballantyne. Little fumble. Throws it out. Subin to half forward. Crichton getting back with Conker. Ball thumped to the line, but that favours Freo. More seconds tick down.
I think it's fair to say Freo played better wet weather footy today.
Yeah.
We identified that at the start of the game, and I think that's been the difference.
Marriage thumps it down. Batchelor clears the congestion. It opens up. Martin needs to break for any does, and they're on.
Catch that.
It's all about Rewalt, McFarlane. He recovered quickest.
No, he got himself in the clear, Dustin Martin, but the kick in the end was virtually a waste of time.
That's the third kick that they haven't controlled the kick. Morris was one, Deledio was the other one. Just tried to kick the hell out of it instead of just controlling the kick.
De Boer to Hill. Gets the skates on. Runs away from Grigg. Looks up. Ballantyne's the target in a one-on-one. To the back of the pack. He can seal it.
He's done.
Ballantyne's goal of all people.
Well done, Ballantyne. He's played well. Well done, Freo. Well done, Hill. They've been too good today. They've won the clearances for the first time in a long time. There's Hill using his pace, steadied, kicked long, one-on-one. Morris has been good. Ballantyne's done his job, and Freo have won for the first time in 11 games at the MCG, and the first time since 2004 they've beaten Richmond.
1 minute and 11 seconds left, and they're 3 kicks from the lead, and the Tiger fans have had enough.
Oh yeah, it sent them home. It was like the gun going off, and they all said time to go.
Trent Cotchin hasn't stopped trying though. Loads up long. Rewalt, he's got 3 to beat again. He hits the deck. Again, Fremantle get numbers around it. Edwards can't make something of it. Marrick does, but it's a backtrack handball. Newman. And stolen by Pavlich, and he's been a star. He is a Hall of Famer when he quits this game. He has been a superstar again today, Matthew Pavlich. A 6-goal captain's performance. We're down to 30 seconds. It's a pity there's not 50,000 Freo fans here to celebrate this one. Mazungu to the boundary, and we'll get a ball in.
Said before they had 17 players with clearances. I think it's 19 now. This is unheard of. I don't think I've ever seen that. So they've been lacking in the clearance area. I think Ross Lyon said, guys, it's everyone's job today. We need to win that area if we're going to win the game.
There'll be 6 wins, 5 losses at halfway with 11 games done. Touch play on and 11 games to come. Fremantle, 6 wins and 5 losses. They won't be inside the 8. At 6 and 5 after 11 games, so that gives the indicator that it might take 13 wins this season to make the 8. But this has been an awesome performance against all odds from the Dockers at a place they virtually never win. A Fremantle chant rings around the MCG. Their fans have found voice.
All 4 of them.
Down to just a few seconds. Holding the ball, the call from the umpire. It's a Richmond free, but the siren sounds. The toughest wins are the best wins, and this is one of the toughest Fremantle wins under Ross Lyon, and it could kickstart their season. Coming off 3 losses in a row, they lost Sandilands in the opening minutes, but they've shown more intestinal fortitude in this one than they've shown all year. Fremantle by 12 points. 12-6, 78 to 9-12, 66.